afternoon and thank you for joining us. I'm Rafandra Akhtadenari and here are today's top stories. A cargo plane crashed in a residential area near Vilnius Airport, Lithuania. As a result of this, a pilot was declared dead and 3 other crew members were injured. The aircraft involved in the crash was a DHL cargo plane operated by Swift Air on behalf of DHL. The plane was a Boeing 737-400 with the registration number ECMFE. Tragically, the pilot of the aircraft was killed in the incident, while 3 crew members aboard sustained injuries. Emergency services, including local police, firefighters, and ambulance, were swiftly dispatched to the scene of the crash. Additionally, a team of investigators from the United States, including experts from the National Transportation Safety Board (NTSB), Federal Aviation Administration (FAA), and Boeing had been sent into Lithuania to assist in the investigation of the accident. The cargo plane was attempting to land at Vilnius Airport in Lithuania, but crashed during its final approach. Just moments before it was set to touch down, the aircraft collided with a house, causing significant damage to the structure. The crash resulted in the tragic death of the pilot and injures the 3 other crew members on board. The incident also caused considerable disruption in the area, with emergency services rushing to the site to deal with the wreckage and fires. Authorities have stated that the aircraft slid more than 100 meters upon impact with the ground before hitting the house. Emergency responders worked to contain the flames and prevent further damage. The crash has prompted a thorough investigation to determine the cause of the accident. The crash occurred near Vilnius Airport, located approximately 1.3 kilometers north of the airport's main runway. The aircraft struck a house in a vicinity, resulting in substantial damage to the residential building. The crash site was immediately cordoned off by authorities as emergency responders worked to secure the area and extinguish the fires. Roads surrounding the crash site were closed, creating disruption for the local population and emergency service. The proximity to Vilnius Airport has raised concerns about the safety of surrounding areas, especially given the crash impact on the residential property. The accident occurred in the early hours of Monday morning, November 25, 2024, while the flight was approaching Vilnius Airport. The flight BCS-18V had taken off from Leipzig Airport in Germany at 2:08 Greenwich Mean Time. The crash took place at approximately 3:30 Greenwich Mean Time, just as the aircraft was preparing for its final landing approach. Emergency services were immediately alerted, and by 5:30 Greenwich Mean Time, firefighters were still at the scene, battling the flames at the crash site. The timing of the incident has made it a priority for authorities to investigate the cause as quickly as possible, given the potential risks it posed to both aviation safety and the local community. The exact cause of the crash is still under investigation. Authorities from Lithuania's National Crisis Management Center, in cooperation with experts from the NTSB, FAA, and Boeing, are working together to determine the circumstances that led to the fatal accident. Preliminary reports suggest that the crash occurred during the final approach to Vilnius Airport, but it is still unclear whether it was caused by mechanical failure, weather conditions, pilot error, or a combination of factors. The investigation will include a review of the aircraft's flight data recorders and other relevant evidence to understand what went wrong and prevent similar incidents in the future. The Boeing 737-400, operated by Swift Air for DHL, crashed as it attempted to land at Vilnius Airport, Lithuania, during its final approach. The aircraft reportedly slid more than 100 meters upon impact with the ground before it collided with a residential house. The crash caused significant damage to the house and ignited a fire that emergency responders had to work hard to contain. By 5:30 Greenwich Mean Time, firefighters were still on the scene, dealing with smoking wreckage. The area around the crash site was quickly cordoned off by police and emergency service, and local roads were closed to allow authorities to secure the scene and carry out their investigation. The investigation will look into all aspects of the incident, including the plane's flight path, technical conditions, and the crew's actions leading up to the crash. And that's all for now. Don't forget to follow us for more updates and breaking news. See you next time.